Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So it looks like it's just you and me for today.
Yeah.
So let's just have some fun, and I've got plenty of questions to ask you. And I think I've stirred up a bit of curiosity with the whole fitness in the pub scenario. So look, so let's just start off. Like, tell us who you are. Oh, we're frozen. Are you there?
You're
Ah, we're
breaking up.
back. We're back.
So you're
All
back.
right. So,
Wonderful.
so tell us who you are. Who are you?
Okay, I'm Fancy. I'm a personal trainer here on the Central Coast, north of Sydney. Um, I've been a personal trainer for 6.5 years, but I've been training people for 7 years. In the beginning was just as a project and going along with my studies. I've been able to build my business around my two children. Yeah, and I'm working now from home,
Awesome.
basically, and doing mobile personal training.
Awesome. And so what's your business name?
My business name is Beach Mum Personal Training, and as it says, it's helping mums getting fit in and in shape and feeling confident at the beach again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So tell us, hey Susie. Oh, she's got a face on. She should be able to. Hi. um, so she's hiding. So have you always worked from home, or have you always worked from have you worked in a gym? Like, have you come from elsewhere? Have you
Okay.
tried
Yeah.
other stuff?
Yeah. So what I did when I started out was just really working from the park. But when we moved to the Central Coast from Bondi, because I didn't know anybody in this area, and that was 4 years ago, I decided to work out of a big gym. It had its ups and downs, and it was great for experience. I really enjoyed it for that. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go well with my family life. So after 16 months, I asked to be able to leave the gym and started working mobile and from home.
Awesome.
So
That must have been a pretty big jump for you. Like, was it a little bit scary? Like, obviously, going from a gym, and then I just actually spoke to some PTs today about setting up their business in a garage. So, and they're actually currently in a gym where they're paid wages. So, from their point of view, it's going to be more beneficial for them to move into their garage because their studio is their outcome goal. Was that a scary leap for you to move from gym to start it from home?
actually, no, it was a lot more scary for me to start in the gym because we don't have family in Australia. I'm from Germany, my partner's from New Zealand. We're completely on our own. When we moved here 4 years ago, we didn't even have any friends that would maybe babysit for us. So it was really scary for me actually to start the gym, making my weekly rent and paying. I paid about $400 in childcare every single week just to have my children being looked after. So my costs were actually a lot higher for the privilege to work in the gym and get the mentorship and use the equipment and get all the learnings from there. But I'm also saying it was definitely worth it. For me, it was an easy and a very much doable leap to go from the gym, get my council permit to train at the beach, and also I learned a few marketing strategies so I could actually interact with the people locally that would not like to join a gym. So
Awesome.
that's
Awesome.
how I did it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. What the hell is with the pub? What is the story of the
Okay.
pub? Everybody that I've that's seen this post is like, pub? What the
Yes.
hell? And that was exactly my reaction when I first spoke to you, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like, how does it go together? We go to the pub, we party, we drink, we gamble. Well, what happened is I actually have good connections to the people in the pub, but not because I'm going there partying, etc. It's just I'm building connections within the community.
Are you sure that's not where you're taking your mums to deal with their children after they've take them for a quick drink and get them sober and pick them up after their...
No, our anger management class is boxing.
Yeah.
And so this is how we manage our anger.
Oh,
I highly recommend it.
well, you had good connections at the pub.
Exactly, and they have a function room, and basically they have at the moment they're restructuring the pub and how it's perceived within the community. So literally, their regional manager came in and said, "Well, we need to do something. We need to get more people in the pub that would usually not come here to have lunch in the bistro or book a function with us. So they don't see the pub just as like, oh, that's a shithole, you know, kind of thing." So, and... yeah, most pubs are.
Yeah. Or they end up with some very quite not classy people, I guess you could say.
Well, they have been working in the last few years. They've been really working to make the pub more like a better perceived within the community, and they are now at that stage where they actually want to get more of want to be more family friendly. And when I learned about it, and they said like, well, let's do free exercise classes for women. And when I learned first about it, I'm like, okay, what is this about, etc., etc. So I got in touch with the general manager. I asked him, I heard about what you're wanting to do. What is the target group? What is the outcome you want for yourself? And how do you imagine this? And maybe if it fits in what I do, I would like to put in a quote, like a proposal.
Yeah.
And when they said, yeah, we want women in our pub, and, you know, just people that would usually not come. And I'm like, awesome. I'm working with women. It's my target group. So I made suggestions on what I would do. And also they wanted to do something like a 10 o'clock after school run. And I'm like, I have a client at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, I'm not letting this slip. So I went, what about we do it at 11 o'clock, so at the end of the session, people can stay on and have lunch in the bistro.
Yeah, great idea. So I guess when you first learned about it, I mean, well done on having the balls to actually ask more information and questions are based around it. So, you know, I guess the more questions, the more you get them talking, it gives you the opportunity to sort of, you know, how can I help this person in your head? And obviously you were getting super excited along the way because you're like, yes, absolutely. That's me. Yes, I will do it. Yeah. So great. So they obviously you put that forward and suggested for the lunch bistro.
Yes. So that's what we did, and I also made a couple of suggestions on that they have healthy lunch options on their specials menu, and also that they wanted a smoothie bar. So I'm really able to sell my products for the smoothies as well. So I'm having a win-win situation. So the quote I put in actually to be the group fitness instructor and the qualified personal trainer for those classes is actually, it's not quite as much as I'm charging as a personal trainer, but it is nearly double what a gym, like a normal group fitness instructor gets in this area per hour. And I only have to work 45 minutes.
Yeah. Wow. So not only have you jumped into the pub where it's known, you know, most of the time pubs is known like alcohol drinking, gaming, like you said at the start, you put your hand up, you put yourself out there for number one. What's the worst that can ever happen to us is like by asking a question is no. Yeah. Then you've put forward how they could better interacted with the pub so that therefore you've increased their revenue and their income whilst increasing your own.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you've given them healthy meal ideas, which is the way that the world's going anyway. You know, it's all like paleo style, raw, healthy, getting all that stuff in. So you've given them option ideas for their menu to cater for both kinds of people and to cater for the women that you're obviously bringing into the gym. Do you have guys that do it as well?
No, at the moment it's just me. I had my business very small because I have a child with sensory needs. Yeah. And he only just started school, and I had to take him out of childcare and really work with him and therapists. So for me, it was always really important. Actually, right from the beginning, it's always been important. Like, I wanted to do something that I can do around my family where they don't have to suffer. So at the moment, it's just me. And at this stage, visit this class, it's really important that I'm there. However, when I would be able eventually to just put somebody in there to run this class for me, probably at a price they think is really awesome, and still cut a profit for myself.
Yeah. Awesome. Sorry, I meant to have men, like, are there men that attend the sessions?
Well, there are actually guys. There are actually guys saying like, oh, I want to do the stretch and relax. So they are looking into if there's enough interest of guys wanting to do something, they definitely are going to do an extra class for them or a mixed class, because at the moment it's a ladies only thing.
Okay, yeah. Which is another opportunity for you to have another, like, to broaden your contract that you've already got with them, and to obviously bring in a larger income as well. Now, you mentioned about the smoothie bar as well. Is that something that you suggested, or something that they actually wanted and you just happened
they wanted
at the right time?
Yeah, well, they wanted it. They had the idea, and I literally just supplied them with what they need, like with a product, and gave them a couple of smoothie recipes. They came up with one of their own, and so literally you need to imagine it's a function room. It's a big function room. They set up the stage like they do for their band nights. Yeah. They got me a microphone, so I'm actually teaching this headset so I can really talk into the room. And as in every function room, there's a small bar as well. And at that small bar, there is a smoothie menu, and they see it there. So
wow. So you've got a contract with a pub with the potential to expand to, you know, not only just mums, but then your male gender as well. So it could be dads or, you know, whoever it is that wants to get involved.
Yeah, just the old guys. So they're sitting there for social interaction.
Yeah, it had a massive impact on the healthy food choices at that pub, and turning like the community around that go there, having a pretty, you know, a not great history, as you said.
Yeah.
And then you've got more income coming from your line of supplements as a passive income that's just there, that the pub are even using to get everyone involved.
Yes.
So I think it's... Hey?
There's more. So every participant has to sign a waiver, and in this waiver is also that they are not just supplying their contact details to the pub, but they are also that I'm allowed to use their contact details to get in touch with them. I'm
your client base.
Yes. Hang on, it goes further. I'm having a 10-week challenge. We're starting a 10-week challenge on Monday, and because people are also getting onto Facebook with me, I've been inviting them to have a look into the challenge. So I actually have, out of this group of ladies, I have 3 that are doing the challenge. So possibly also using the supplement range, but I have 1 that decided also to do personal training.
Wow.
So it just really keeps building from there, and just being allowed to, on the sign-in table, to also have my own marketing there, and to not just collect their data but also their interest in marketing them. It's pretty big, Wow. Oh, and another benefit, because this one in the pub, and it's mostly in the pub's business, like in the pub's interest, well, I've been inviting people to this free event, but they have been actually running all the Facebook marketing for us. Due to the Facebook marketing, the local newspaper picked it up. We had a story on it in the local newspaper. From there, it was on the radio as well. So the first session, we had 7 people, which were mostly people that I invited and that people know from the pub. And we jumped right from 7 into 15 in the second session. And we are now at 20
sessions.
And
is it just one session every week?
No, there are 2 sessions a week.
Oh, okay. Yep. Awesome.
Yeah. And then literally we are always now, every single session, we're having 2+ new people, and we are hitting numbers of 23 to, I think yesterday was 24 people.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Think this is the best story, No, I don't care what any personal trainer says to me about not being able to run a business, from starting up a boot camp to a garage at a gym from a pub. I just like, thank you so much for coming on today, because I just wanted to share your story, because even when you told me the other week, it was like, what? If you get started in a pub where alcohol and gaming is the primary source of their income, you can create that within that business. I mean, it just goes to show you can freaking create a business anywhere from anything.
Yes, absolutely.
A really big part of what you said at the start was the connections. So, a lot of the time we get so boxed in and like focused on what we're doing that we forget that knowing people in the industry and talking to people about what you do and putting it out there and having conversations with people, regardless of whether they go somewhere, really opens it up for discussion and opportunities, like the opportunity that you've just had that's just like blown out of control.
Yeah.
In a very good way.
Yeah. Look, a pub is one thing. It's like you could always go and hire a community hall to do something just similar, and do your own smoothies. You can literally go anywhere. I've been outdoors with no opportunity. Like our last houses didn't have a garage or an undercover area, so I always needed to look for a public pub that had some roofed thing in case it rains. So it's doable. You can do anything if you want to, definitely.
Have they published the paper yet?
Yes. Do you want the article?
Yeah. Can you please post it into the Big Box Profit group?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody would I would love to see it, and I assume the others would love to see it. But any claim to fame that you've got, put it in there. We'd love to see what you're doing. And then obviously people that have listened in on the online training today, the message is that you can fucking do anything from anywhere. I want to thank you so much for jumping on today with me and sharing your story, because you're awesome. Yeah. And I can't wait to see how much further it blows up.
Definitely.
Good job. Thank you so much. Remember to post your picture.
I will, into the Big Box.
Yes, Big Box Profit. Thank you.
We'll see you having me. Yes, see you then.
Bye.
Bye.